two giants in the digital signature game, Adobe Sign and SignNow. Which one really delivers? On the left, Adobe Sign, known for its enterprise-grade security and deep integrations. And on the right, SignNow, the affordable, flexible e-signature tool built for every team. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each feature category earns points. At the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The final result might just surprise you. Here's the mind map we're working off today. Price, features and flexibility, compliance and security, AI and automation, integrations and ecosystem, customer support, branding and customization, and user ratings. Yeah, we're covering all the bases. Okay, kicking things off with price, because who doesn't care about the bottom line? So, Adobe Sign, it's Adobe, right? You get that trusted brand, some nice Acrobat and PDF stuff tossed in, but you'll be shelling out at least $23.99 a month per user. And watch out, they've got envelope limits and a couple hidden fees in there. Plus, unused envelopes, yeah, they expire. Awkward. Now SignNow swoops in with pricing as low as $8 per user monthly. That's honestly way easier to swallow, and you won't be hit with any envelope expiration nonsense. It's all straight up, transparent, unlimited. Only catch, if you go totally nuts with volume, their licensing can get pricey. But let's be real, for most of us, SignNow absolutely wins this round. Alright, moving on to features and flexibility. Adobe Sign actually has pretty slick integrations with PDF, and Microsoft 365 lets you personalize those forms and keeps things recorded automatically, which, yeah, does feel fancy. And here's the kicker, stuff like bulk send and advanced branding, you have to pay up for a higher plan. Meanwhile, SignNow is all about robust document management, tons of team collaboration stuff, crazy cool workflow automation, and, oh, get this, you can upload files up to 100 MB. Adobe only does up to 10 MB, which, honestly, what is that about? SignNow also gives you drag-and-drop fields and templates right up front. Some of their fanciest features need a pricier plan, but in terms of out-of-the-box flexibility, SignNow steals the spotlight this time. Next up, compliance and security, because nobody wants to mess this up, right? Both Adobe Sign and SignNow hit all the big certifications: eIDAS, GDPR, HIPAA, SOC 2. So you're solid on that front either way. Adobe goes hard with encryption but mostly leans on manual checks. SignNow throws in enhanced AI security stuff, multi-factor options, and some smart verification, though you still gotta manually verify some enterprise features. It's really neck and neck here. Honestly, I'd call this a tie. Oh, and here's something cool, did you know? With SignNow, you don't lose out if you don't use all your envelopes. You can just carry them forward, so you're actually paying for what you use, not stuff that expires. Kind of genius, right? Now, AI and automation, and this is where things get spicy. Adobe Sign gives you the basics like, okay, workflow tracking, but that's kinda it. No AI drafting, no smart signing field proposals, nada, but SignNow. Oh, it's got AI magic, drafting, document summarizing, auto-reviewing, plus smart automation for signer fields. You get actual help, not just another digital pile of paperwork. Sure, their wildest AI powers live in top-tier plans, but even then, SignNow absolutely crushes Adobe here. Let's talk integrations and ecosystem. So Adobe Sign is pretty much king if your org is all about Adobe tools or Microsoft 365. Deep connections, mobile apps, and it just kind of fits in if you're already living that Adobe life. But if you're not an Adobe loyalist, setup can get surprisingly tricky. SignNow. It's got tons of CRM and sales tool integrations, plus an open API you can play with. A couple integrations might need higher licensing, but overall, Adobe's dominance here is hard to beat. Adobe Sign has the edge. Customer support, how quickly do you get help when you're stuck? With Adobe Sign, if you're enterprise level, you'll get that 24/7 support and global reach. But smaller businesses, yeah, the response might be kinda slow, and if you want a dedicated account manager, you gotta go big. SignNow, on the other hand, everyone gets an account manager. Support answers come in fast, like under 5 minutes. They handle every time zone. Sure, you gotta be on a paid plan for the best stuff, but come on, compared to Adobe's slow lane, SignNow clearly wins. Branding and customization, can you make it feel like your own? Adobe Sign does let you customize branding, but only gets truly flexible if you shell out for Pro or Enterprise. No white label in the starter plans, and emails aren't perfectly branded either. Then, SignNow comes in hot, full customization of logo and color even for mid-tier plans and custom roles for big teams. There's a few restrictions at the very bottom, but overall it's way easier to get your brand front and center. SignNow takes this round. User ratings time. Adobe Sign is a crowd favorite, getting near-perfect ratings like 5 in some places, which, let's be honest, is rare. Big enterprises love that name, but yeah, people whine about the price. SignNow is still super well rated, 4.7 out of 5, and actually scores high for value and support, with some rare complaints about the interface being a bit complicated if you're running a massive operation. But overall, Adobe Sign nabs this win. Let's check out this radar chart, right? You'll literally see where each service shines. SignNow's got clear wins on price, AI, support, branding, and features. Adobe takes integrations and user ratings. More or less a landslide, honestly. So what's the verdict? If you're a giant company and you absolutely need bulletproof Adobe integrations or that big enterprise trust, Adobe Sign is your go-to. But if you want to save money, have modern AI features, and be treated like a priority by support, SignNow outclasses for pretty much everybody else. Was this comparison helpful? Hit that bookmark so you're set next time you need to pick software. It could save you tons of hassle later on.